Hey guys, welcome back. So you use their apps, you buy their stuff, you see them everywhere. But have you ever really stopped and thought about how today's biggest companies actually make their money?
It's a huge question, and a really important one. Because once you understand the how, you start to see the playbook, right? The patterns that are literally reshaping the world all around us.
And it's not some kind of magic. It all boils down to the business model. That's the secret sauce, the blueprint they use to create something we want and then, make money from it. So today, let's do a little tour of the core ideas powering this whole modern economy. We're going to break down exactly how they work. Okay, first up is a model that's built on one of the most powerful human desires there is: instant gratification. The need to have something and have it right now.
The concept here is actually super simple. It's all about using that phone in your pocket to get a service delivered to you immediately. Not tomorrow, not in an hour, but right this second. It's the economy of now.
And what's so cool about this is the pattern you see. Uber isn't just a taxi service, it's a car, summoned to you immediately. Postmates gets you food. A company like Shyp will literally come to your house, pick up a package, and ship it for you. Each one takes what used to be a complicated task and just boils it down to an instant service you get with a single tap of a button.
Okay, so the on-demand model is about getting a service now. But our next model asks a really interesting question. What if the real value isn't in creating a new service from scratch, but in unlocking the stuff that people already have just sitting around?
And that right there is the heart of the sharing economy. It looks at all these things that are just sitting there, not being used. We call them underutilized assets. Think about a spare bedroom or a car that's parked in the driveway most of the day. This model creates a platform for people to make money from those things by sharing or renting them out.
So think about it like this. A traditional hotel company owns all its buildings, but Airbnb, which is the biggest hospitality company on the planet, owns 0 rooms, not a single one. It just connects people who have rooms with people who need them, and that little shift usually means you get a more unique experience, and often for a lot less money.
Now, to really get this concept, there's this perfect little story that just makes it all click. It's called the power drill dilemma.
Okay, so let's start with this number. In the United States, there are an estimated 14 million power drills just sitting in people's garages and workshops as we speak.
And these aren't cheap little things, right? A good power drill can cost you anywhere from $50 to maybe $500. So that's a huge amount of money, billions of dollars that we've all invested in these tools.
And here it is. Here's the punchline. The average amount of time that each one of those expensive, powerful drills is actually used in an entire year is just 14 minutes. Think about that. A huge investment for almost no use. That is the perfect definition of an underutilized asset. It just makes so much more sense to rent one from your neighbor when you need it, right? That is the sharing economy. Okay, so we've covered on-demand services and sharing physical stuff. But what if you could tap into something even bigger? Something that's basically infinite: human creativity.
This is crowdsourcing, and it is a total game changer. So, instead of a company hiring a small team of designers, they create a platform, and then they source ideas or content or even product designs from a massive, global group of people online.
A great example of this is Teespring. The genius of it is this. Anyone, anywhere in the world can design a t-shirt and just upload it. If people in the marketplace see it, love it, and start ordering it, only then does Teespring go and print and ship it. And of course, the designer gets a cut and Teespring makes a sale.
This model is a total win-win. Teespring doesn't have to keep any inventory in a warehouse or try to guess what designs are going to be popular. They're just tapping into the endless creativity of the public, and they only make what they already know is going to sell. For them, the risk is practically zero.
All right, let's look at 2 models that have totally changed the transaction itself. The way we even get introduced to products and how we decide to buy them.
First up is freemium, and I guarantee you've run into this one. The strategy is brilliant. You give the core product away for free to as many people as possible. The goal isn't to get everyone to pay. It's to get a small slice of those users, maybe 5%, so hooked on the product that they happily pay to become power users and unlock all the advanced features.
And you see this everywhere. Mobile games let you play for free, but you gotta pay to speed things up. An app like Evernote lets you write notes for free, but you pay for the premium tools. This model works best for digital stuff like software, where the cost to give away one more copy is basically nothing.
Now let's switch over to buying physical stuff. For decades, this was pretty much the only way it worked. A product would go from the manufacturer to a distributor,
then to a retailer like a department store, and finally to you. And every single one of those steps added cost. The direct-to-consumer model, or DTC, just completely shatters that old chain. It cuts out every single middleman. The company that makes the thing sells it directly to you, usually online.
And by cutting all those people out, companies can offer lower prices and a much better, more convenient experience. Dell Computers really pioneered this by letting you build a PC on their website and buy it straight from them. And Warby Parker did the same thing to the glasses industry by shipping frames right to your house to try on.
So we've walked through on-demand, the sharing economy, crowdsourcing, freemium, and D2C. When you kind of pull back and look at all of them at once, what's the big picture? What's the takeaway here?
Well, the common thread is that every single one of these models uses technology to cut somebody out, to reduce a cost, or to get rid of some annoying inconvenience. They find an inefficiency in the world, and then they build a brilliant business around fixing it. So, the last question I'll leave you with is this. What's the power drill in your life? What friction or hassle are you just putting up with that's waiting for the right idea to come along and solve it for good?